Thanks for staying with us. This is Newsline. I'm Michael Chagani. With me is Chung Yok Sing, President of the Legislative Council. Thanks again for being here. Now, Mr. Chung, before the show, before the break, we talked about filibustering and so on. Let's move a little bit to our incoming Chief Executive, Mr. C.Y. Leung, or Leung Chun-ying. He is, in some ways, a polarizing figure. And the election was quite polarizing.
What do you mean polarizing?
Well, in that many people don't like him. That there is, before he's even become the chief executive proper, there's a lot of, from certain quarters, animosity.
Isn't everybody like that in politics?
Everybody's like that. But I'm just asking you this. Are you, because of the background, the stigma that, he's too close to the central government, that's what I meant. And there's a stigma that he's too close, that the liaison office helped him win the election and so on. So there is a faction that they don't like him. Are you expecting political confrontation in Hong Kong, our political scene, to be more confrontational when he takes over?
Well, first of all, about your comment that he is not liked by many people. Well, he is liked by many people in the street.
He's got the grassroots support.
That's for sure. And one reason for that is, of course, he has made a lot of effort getting close to the people, right? And he has spoken in public that he would want all his principal officials, the secretaries, to do the same.
I hope they come here. A lot of them refuse to come here.
They would rather go and speak direct to the people in the street. You see? Me too.
You too. But are you expecting a political scene to change with him there? Because he's different. He's different from the others.
I believe it is too early to tell, right? Because you're quite right. Before the actual election took place, I think very few people expected CY to win. Everybody was prepared to have Henry as next chief executive, let's say. Everybody in the government and also in society as well.
That's correct.
You see, all the opinion surveys indicated that even among those people who did not like Henry very much, most of them still believed
he was going to win.
Yeah, he was going to win. So everybody was prepared for Henry, and then suddenly it is CY. And sure enough, I think on the average, people both in the government and in the public used to know Henry better than CY. CY was because
aloof.
Yeah, he seldom spoke in public until he decided to run for the top job. So people knew very little about him. So I think it is fair to give him the chance to prove himself, right? I don't think it is sensible for us now to judge the way CY is going to run his government.
He's pushing things like the restructure of the government, and the Democrats are saying, give us time to debate it. Is he being unreasonable? Because there are people who say whatever C.Y. Leung wants, he gets.
Well, I'm not sure this time. I'm not sure this time. Again, I have to remain neutral on his plans for restructuring the government, right? But I must say, those are no big deal. I mean,
then are the Democrats playing politics here?
No, I think it is fair that they should be given a chance to ask.
Well, your predecessor, Rita Fan, said that they should have the right to ask questions.
I mean, it is their job. It is their job to monitor the work of the government. And now the new government says we want 2 new bureaus, 2 new deputy secretaries. Well, tell the people why. Tell us why.
Do you think he has explained
why? These
are
fair questions.
It is a fair question. So he has not really explained why he wants it.
I wouldn't say that. He has been trying to do that, but then naturally, the relevant committees in the legislature should be a very good platform for the new government, for the incoming government, to explain to the public all their ideas.
So do you agree that all the legislative councils and the panels and the committees that want to look at this restructuring plan should be allowed to do so?
Why not? I mean, they have a legitimate right to do that.
But CY Leung says, no, get it done.
No, he didn't say that. I listened very carefully to what CY said. He said, well, he was only saying he was worried that these kinds of meetings would become another kind of filibustering. And then, of course, my colleagues, I mean the members from the pan-democratic camp at once came out and said, no, this is not filibustering. We are going to ask the right questions.
But the thing is, CY Leung did say he wants to get it done before the 1st of July when he takes office.
He wants that.
He wants to
whether he can do that, of course, depends on a lot of things, including how the LegCo respond. How LegCo members respond.
I want to pin you down on this, because on the one hand, he wants to get it done by July the 1st when he takes office. And the other hand, and you've said, the members have legitimate questions they need to ask. If the questions that they need to ask, and you say they're legitimate, drags on beyond July the 1st, and then the structure plan is not passed when CY Leung takes office, is that fair?
I wouldn't say that is fair. Then I wouldn't say that is not fair. But that's that. Well, that's the reality. If members,
so it doesn't have to pass before July the 1st.
CY wants it to pass, and I think those who support the passing of the plans before July the 1st have very good reasons to do so. But this is the political reality, right? If the members in the legislature find that there are so many questions unanswered, and if they feel that they cannot approve of the plans in time for the restructuring to take place by July the 1st, then that is that. I mean, of course, people, including CY himself, can criticize legislators for deliberately delaying the progress. Right? Now, if that's the case, well, then they have to pay for it in the elections.
September election.
Right?
Tell me this. Tomorrow is June 4th anniversary. There's going to be another candlelight vigil. It's been over 20 years. Some people say, put the past behind us. Do you think people still have a legitimate reason, or do you think they have a moral reason, or it is right for them to have a memorial on this every 4th of June?
Of course. They have a moral reason, they have emotional reason, they have maybe political reasons as well. I have many good friends who attend these gatherings every year, and they all tell me it is a very peaceful, very enlightening experience being there.
Do you go?
Huh?
Do you ever go?
I understand very well. Whether I go or not has a very serious political implication.
So you don't go?
I've never been there.
Okay.
But I have nothing against my friends who attend these gatherings every year.
All right. I've just got a couple of minutes left. You know, during the election campaign, at one stage when Henry Tang's basement scandal broke, you came out and said you may consider running as the chief executive, and then eventually you didn't. But you know, the fact that you came out means that you had some ambitions there.
No.
Then why did you come out and say, if you had no ambitions, why did you come and say you might run?
It was February the 16th. The afternoon of February 16th, it was a Thursday, and a group of my friends, including some individuals I had always respected, they came to see me and they urged me to run. Now, these same people had already expressed their wish for me to run some time before, and I turned them down. I told them no, I don't have any ambition at all, and I was not prepared. But then, because of the scandals, they came again and said, look at the situation. Please,
and that's when you
please reconsider. And they said, do not refuse us right away. Sleep over it, take the weekend, and think over it. And I promised them. I said, okay, I'll give it very serious consideration. And that is why, but unfortunately, one of them told the press.
And it came out.
That they were pressing me to run. And I was asked by the press the following day. So I had to tell the truth. I said, well, yes.
Well, I've got 30 seconds left. Are you going to consider running for chief executive 5 years hence?
I'll be 70.
That's okay. Huh? Ronald Reagan, right?
I think it's just a bit too old for that.
So that you're ruling it out completely?
Well, people have told me in politics, never say never, right? So that's one lesson CY has learned. So while I will continue to communicate with friends who have very high expectations of me, I will try to convince them that no, I'm getting old.
But you're not ruling it out. You're not ruling it out. I'm going to end there, but you're not ruling it out, right?
I think perhaps this is the right position to take.
Okay. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Good evening.